What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And today, Gear 5 Luffy, as well as the Momonosuke, is officially dated download here on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global in Japan. So we can actually see the full breakdown of the Sugo Fest. We can have a further look at characters just to see a couple different things, and also have a look at some very interesting things that are going to be dropping. So, of course, everyone wants to know, when's the Sugo Fest dropping? Well, we can see here, August 5th, 1700 PST time, so 5 PM PST rather than 7 PM PST time, which is a little different. So this means that the banner is going to be going live 2 hours before the typical news time period. Also, I will be live streaming, by the way, when this does go live, so it's going to be a really fun day. But look, we're looking at this generic Super Sugo Fest structure here. The thing is on part 1 of the Sugo Fest here, debuting August 5th, 1700 PST time. Have a look here. The 30th multi, you're not guaranteed to get Luffy or Momonosuke, as well as the fact that it is confirmation, by the way, that Momonosuke is not a Super Sugo Fest exclusive. He is just a generic legend character. But Luffy himself, yeah, obviously, he's going to be a Super Sugo Fest, and we do know that other Super Sugo Fest exclusives are going to be making their way onto this banner as well. Part 2 of the Sugo Fest, which features Luffy, guaranteed on the 30th multi of this part, August 6th, so the day after he's going to be available, and then we have the Momonosuke part of the Sugo Fest on August 7th, so we don't have to wait that much longer to get these banners. It is kind of annoying that they, stagger the structure of release like this, but it's usually just the way that it goes, unfortunately. Part 1 of the Sugo Fest typically has better steps, but it's a lot harder to pull like just Luffy, and the fact that he's not guaranteed is a bit of an issue. So there's no discounts as well, by the way. So you've got the guaranteed Sugo res on a lot of these steps here. Remember, the new animations are also available, so it'd be really fun if we could get some of those on the stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. We also have, what do we have here? We've got a rate boosted legend on the 10th multi. What else do we have? We have a rate boosted legend on the 15th multi. We have a guaranteed Super Sugo Fest character on the 20th step here. 50% chance to get a Sugo rare character. Yeah, that's going to be pretty fun, but I hope we don't have to go that far. Ideally, we get both of them really quickly, but we'll have to wait and see, of course. I don't really want to spend like a bunch on this Sugo Fest. Getting Luffy maxed out would be amazing and would be really fun. But again, look, my luck with pulling multiple dupes of like one Super Sugo Fest exclusive, typically not very good. The last time it kind of happened to me was when New Year's Robin came out, with Nami and stuff. I got really bad luck on Nami. I didn't get the best luck on Kaido vs Yamato, but then I pulled like frigging 5 New Year's Robins. So crazy stuff like that can happen. So hopefully we can pull multiple dupes of this character. I would love to pull multiple Luffy characters. So that's part 1. You've got part 2 here. The steps are nowhere near as good overall, but of course you get limited Sugo pool still on the 5th, and you've got like super limited on the 10th and stuff. And it's the fact that you got to remember is that typically these banners are 15% chance to get a red. So on part 1 of the Sugo Fest, I believe there's going to be like 30 different legends you can pull, I think, probably maybe even more, or maybe all legends are pullable. I can't remember exactly what the structure is, but then on part 2 and part 3, I believe they have like 20 to 30 legends are typically pullable on these parts. So, if you specifically just want Gear 5, I would advise to pull on part 2 of the Sugo Fest. That's what I would advise you guys to do. If you just want Momo, pulling on part 3. Obviously, I know a lot of people don't want to get Momonosuke because, Luffy Gear 5 is all the hype. The thing is, though, is that Momo is such a good legend. Like, legit, Momo is one of the best legends in the game, I'm going to say. I think he's phenomenal. He's super good and synergizes great with a lot of the other top legends in the game. So, yeah, look, you guaranteed Luffy at the 30th multi here. You got another limited pull on the 25th. On the 20th step, you do get a super limited pull, so there's no guaranteed Sugo res steps on parts 2 or 3. And we don't really know the pool of legends yet. We have to wait for the official announcement in-game to see the exact pool of legends that are available. When that does come up, I will actually make a separate video talking about, part 1, part 2, part 3, and determining which is the best. Of course, if you just want Gear 5, wait for part 2 and pull on that one. It is the best chance to get them. Potentially do some pulls on part 1, considering the steps early on are actually really good, but I understand why people may not want to do that. But look, I think generically speaking, you should wait for part 2 if you want Luffy. You should wait for part 3 if you want Momo. If you're going to go for both of them anyway, part 1 is perfectly fine to go for. this is right here as well. Now, this is kind of crazy. You see that we have a bunch of these banners. So this one right here is going to be debuting August 6th, and then we got another one here. So yeah, this one here, August 5th, 1700 PST time. So for every day, for quite a few days, we actually get these free multi-pulls, and it does feature Final Tap Law, Kid, and Luffy, which is very exciting. I do have Luffy and Kid maxed out, but I have never pulled a duplicate of Trafalgar Law, so I hope I can pull some copies of him out of this one. Celebrating the decisive battle in the skies Super Sugo Fest, a special Super Sugo Fest is underway with one free try, 10+1 rare recruit. In this Super Sugo Fest, all wanted posters are 4-star or better. Super Sugo Fest and only characters and standard legends are just going to be called Sugo Rares. Certain specific Sugo Fest only characters, except for Luffy, Law, and Kid, will not appear. So this free multi does have Luffy, Law, and Kid on them, but it does not feature any other Super Sugo Fest exclusive character, which is still a bit of a downer, honestly. I would love if they just gave everyone one free multi-pull on the Gear 5 and Momo Sugo Fest. I think that would be kind of fair. They're not doing that though, but we do get one on the release of the Sugo Fest. We get one the day after on August 6th. We get another one August 7th. We get another one on August 8th, and another one August 9. So that's kind of cool. We get a bunch of those free multi-pulls, which is cool. Good luck to everyone out there. Hopefully they go well. So we got the Izo Sugo Fest, of course, and then we have the OPTC Girls Sugo Fest, but we have a new Rumble Sugo Fest as well. Now, we did talk about this in the previous video, the fact that we knew that Kawamatsu was going to be a Rumble legend, and, you know, we've already discussed him in pretty great detail, but this one is coming August 4th, so the day before Gear 5, this Sugo Fest is going to be here featuring slasher characters. This actually features really good units, right? You've got Kinemon Denjiro, like, they're alright, but that Vizu Odin is amazing in Rumble. Kawamatsu, he's interesting. I don't know if he's going to be good, but it's an interesting choice nonetheless. But then you've got Rumble Rare Recruit Law and Pell, Kalgara Noland, who recently got a level limit break, so there's actually got some pretty cool stuff going on here. We've already talked about Kawamatsu in pretty great detail here. I wanted to check out his special actually. If Cruise HP is 50% or below when launch, the special changes character slots to Wano and cuts Cruise HP. Yeah, okay, so it is worded that way. That is very strange. Considering he does have double special launch, I kind of hoped that his special worked, you know, if you use his special at 50% or above, then you get the other effect. So that's kind of strange, because he has double special and he has effects based on, like, then he cuts the Cruise HP. I don't know. I think this is kind of a weird special. And then, of course, in Rumble, I think he'll be an interesting choice. The fact that if you have Odin or one of the Akazaya characters, you're getting CT reduction for your slashes. The fact that he will likely have one of the lowest CTs on the crew to get your characters going, you know, get those specials ready to go. I think it'll be kind of interesting to see how slashers utilize this character. So that's the Kawamatsu, and of course featuring Pell. I actually don't have Pell, so I would love to do the discount here just to see what we can get. And another thing, of course, just to go back to Monkey D. Luffy real quick here, we can actually have a look at a little bit more details in regards to his Rush Sugo special. So if we go over to his information, we can see the character here. He looks amazing. The Rush Sugo special, you can see here at level 5. Now, when we click this little button, we can actually view additional effects. So at level 5, each tap of his Rush Sugo special costs you 20,000 HP. That's actually quite a lot. Just for comparison's sake, Rush Sanji, you could actually get a lot of taps with him, as you only, I think it was like 12,500 at level 5. Then you've got the chain multiplier growth, so every time you tap with this Rush Sugo unit, you're getting 0.2 added to your chain multiplier. And then when you finish the tap with Luffy, he's going to give himself a boost. It says self-rush boost 2x. Each successful chain adds 0.2 up to 2.6. So that's interesting as well. And then it also mentions down the bottom there, the finish tap multiplier 3. I think this is kind of interesting as well, as it means that it's going to give a 3x multiplier boost on the final tap of that Rush Sugo. It's going to make Luffy hit really, really hard. One other thing that a lot of people aren't noticing that is actually a very big drawback to this unit is the fact that the Rush Sugo special, the damage on the Rush Sugo attack boost is only for Luffy himself. So that really puts it into perspective, where his Rush Sugo special, while it does seem okay, it's only boosting his own attack, whereas you had Rush Sugo Sanji, the boost that he would provide would be for all characters on your crew that are strength, dex, or quick. Whereas this is, yeah, it looks like it's a rainbow attack boost, but no, it's just for himself. So I really hate that that is the case. I understand why they're doing it that way. I really wish that they nerfed the numbers but made it a boost for all characters. I feel like that would be more fair. So it is a little bit of a downer on what this character aims to provide for the crew. So I'm a little bit disheartened by that, but we never know. Look, looking at these numbers like this, it's hard to determine how much actual damage we're going to be receiving. Whereas once we get to use the character in game, then we'll get a fair understanding of how powerful this will actually be. Because when you compare this Rush Sugo special to the numbers of Rush Sugo Sanji, the numbers look very good in Luffy's favor. And yes, we understand it's only for himself, but is that really going to make that much of a difference where, you know, Luffy's only benefiting from the Rush Sugo special? But is that going to overtake what Sanji's potentially doing? I don't know if it will, but it all comes down to how the multipliers come together to give the damage output for the team. I'm not too sure how it's going to work. Even at level 1, you can see that at level 1, the multiplier for the finish tap is still 2.5 and still up to a 1.5 self-attack boost. The chain can get quite high. It does seem actually pretty strong in terms of the chain and stuff and all of that, and the multipliers, even at level 1, it seems pretty solid. We'll have to wait and see, of course. Now, another thing that we need to talk about here is the fact that there is going to be an upcoming Pirate Alliance Blitz Battle with Luffy versus Kaido. So obviously this is going in with Luffy. They want you to use this new Monkey D. Luffy batch with Momo and the rare recruits to take on Kaido. Now, we can see that Kaido is going to be the main boss, and it looks like there's no free-to-play character attached to this Blitz Battle, which I do think is a little strange, honestly. I don't get why they're doing that, but it looks to be relatively similar to stuff that we've seen before. You can see on the little island there that Luffy is having a jolly good time versus Kaido, which is great. So there's going to be two different difficulties, a 20 stamina and a 40 stamina, and there is going to be a website attached to this where you can track your progress of your alliance and yourself in terms of how many clears you've done and all of that good stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all goes. I don't know the exact date as to when it's going live. I'll make an additional tweet and stuff about it. I'll be live streaming when the Blitz goes live anyway, so do not worry about that. But yeah, Blitz Battle, Luffy versus Kaido is on the horizon. We can also go over to the special Chopper Man missions and have a look at some of the rewards that we can get for completing this Blitz Battle. So we start here with the Luffy versus Kaido event. You know, you got some pretty typical stuff, stamina meats, some rare recruit tickets and stuff, some gems, you know, everything that you would expect to be the case. However, once we scroll all the way down to receiving 30,000 points, we can actually get our hands on a Rush Sugo special tablet. That is exciting. The fact that you can get your hands on this, and obviously you can guarantee a level up on one of your Rush Sugo specials. Currently in the game, there's only 2 characters that have this, but I think at this current point in time, it's probably better to conserve these tablets until a character is like maybe 1 away from being completely maxed out, and you need to use it for a piece of content. You know, these tablets do not come out very often, usually a couple of times per year this will happen, so make sure to conserve these for characters you really want to level up, because as I said, they're very hard to get a hold of. Now, there's also something here that I wanted to discuss briefly, as it mentions you get some rewards based on the amount of times that you clear the Blitz Battle. So clear it once, clear it twice, blah blah blah. However, when you end up getting to 30 clears here, you actually get an Amber Crystal Skull Monkey D. Luffy ×1. Now, through the data mines in the game, shout out to Solaris, it is confirmed that there is a Super Evolution Skull for Luffy. Now, at this current point in time, Luffy does not evolve, and the fact that usually when you get a Super Evolution Skull, it means that, you know, you're evolving the character into whatever the skull looks like, and you can tell by the look of the skull, it has the current Luffy that we know on it. So a lot of people have been theorizing the opinion of this Gear 5 Luffy is going to super evolve at some point later in this event period, or later on down the line, which means that you would need this yellow skull to super evolve the new Luffy back into the current Luffy that we see today. So that is interesting, and it means that you may want multiple copies of this Luffy, one for the Psy variation, and one for whatever color variation or a different form of this character comes down the line. I think that is a little strange that they are actually doing that, so we'll have to wait and see, because it means this character's abilities that we currently know maybe getting a side-graded effect. We'll have to wait and see what they have in store in regards to that. So, and there's also this thing here too, Buggy's Guiding Stone. Basically clear a certain amount of missions and you can get some limit break materials. They should do this more often. This is good. They should do this like once a month, because it's giving like 120 fragments of each color. Like, that's cool. It's giving some crystals and some orbs as well. Actually really cool. But yeah, some interesting stuff to think about. So yeah, we got the upcoming Sugo Fest, the Gear 5 Luffy, man. I just cannot wait to get my hands on this unit. It looks like a bunch of fun. Can't wait to see how it all comes together, and yeah, I'm just so excited. So let me know your thoughts and opinions, guys, down below in the comment section. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you guys did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.